good, everybody? How are you all doing, fam? My name is Elijah, aka Too Much of E, aka Elijah Tulsi, and welcome to season 2 of the only news station where you receive news that you don't give a flying fuck about. Welcome to another episode, the return of SNN, fam. It's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of reasons why SNN basically took a hiatus, but we are now back and better than ever with a lot more time to record these things. So I'm glad to be back. E has been waiting for this. So without further ado, let's get right into the news. Now for our first story of the day, I'm going to start off with one of the weakest stories we have, but it does involve two big YouTubers, and that is the elite crash out debate, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it crash out to emphasize it, between Savva and Stel that happened a few days ago. Now, if you don't know, this has stemmed over Daniel Levy. Yes, there's been a big debate as of recently, basically since we won the Europa League trophy, if Levy deserves credit, if the Levy out movement should stall, because his decision to keep Ange was what propelled us to win this Europa League title. The reason why this is such a light story and I'm starting off light is because Savva and Stel, it's not beef, they're friends, they're cool. You know what I'm saying? Them man apologize right after, like two lovebirds. You know what I'm saying? Them two out of all people are lovebirds. Maybe because they both have thinning hair. But even so, it didn't stop the crash out we saw on stream, bro. Because they can both get petty at times, bro. They can, fam. Roll the clip.
You bashed him and we finished fourth. That's what I know.
No. Answer the question.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Tell us.
No, Stel, see, this is the thing. No, see, this is the thing, Stel. I've asked you a direct question and you've turned into a child. What did I say?
Don't talk to me like I'm a kid, right? Because I'll call you a kid back. Don't do that with me. Other guests you do it with, not me. All right? I'm not that person.
What did I say about Conte?
You said his football's turgid and he's a dinosaur, but he got us fourth.
Why didn't I want Conte at this club from day one?
Because he didn't want to be here.
You said he's stubborn. He doesn't change his back three. The football's turgid. You slammed him and slammed him and slammed him. And now you're sitting here telling the world, but it's much better when we get top six. Because look at the football.
So I'm going to ask again. Let's see if we can get an adult answer out of you.
I gave you an adult answer. These are the facts. I'm calling you out on what you said. It's all good and well when you call me out on what I say, but when I call you out on what you say, you don't like it.
Question, and you're just shouting.
And I'm answering it, and you don't like it. I'm calling you out on what you just said.
Flippy floppy Stelios. Let me ask you a question.
Savva doesn't like it when the tables are spun back on him.
I'm trying to ask you a question.
I answered it. I answered it.
Okay.
You've contradicted yourself massively.
If you don't answer it properly, I'll ask somebody who'll give you an honest answer.
I gave you an honest answer, and you can't handle it. You don't know where to go with it because you've contradicted yourself.
I'm trying. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to answer a question. See you later then. Flip flop. All talk, Stel. You've lied for 2 years.
Learn to be respectful and don't be rude to your guests, right?
Chill out a bit.
Now, I don't really care about the whole pettiness. As I said before, these lot have already made up. The question I really have for any Spurs fans in the chat is, put your comments down below. Does Levy deserve credit for us winning the Europa League? And if you think the Levy out movement should stall or not? Should we give Levy a bit of time since he's given us a trophy to see if he can keep cooking? Let me know what you think. Next story. Now for our second story of the day, this Kudus transfer, fam. Now I'm not here to break down the whole Kudus thing. E has made a couple videos already talking about how even though Kudus is a very good player and he is going to be Spurs' best attacker when he does inevitably sign, the price tag is too steep. Now, again, this is not breaking down the Kudus transfer at all. These are all E's thoughts, not mine. West Ham fans seem to be a bit peeved. And I'm not talking about E's close friend MIKEZ. I'm not talking about his fans, you know what I'm saying, in his chat. I'm more so talking about Twitter and Facebook and whatever these West Ham man be doing in it, because their man are a bit... It's the unrequited love thing, innit? I'm sorry. I can't help you, gang. You gotta find someone else. I know Millwall's not doing you lot service because they ain't in the Prem, but you gotta find someone else to beef, innit? Like, find another East London team. This is It's not us, innit? We've got our own beefs, innit? Like, we're not worried about West Ham. Getting the news that Kudus wants Spurs, he turned down Bayern apparently and Chelsea in order to prioritise Spurs. There are some West Ham fans sharing this. Yes, this is exactly what it looks like. Alright, I'm gonna leave it up on the screen for a little bit, but it's West Ham fans promoting a protest because Kudus wants to sign for Spurs. That's right, they want David Sullivan to be held accountable for allowing such a move, fam. And even separate from this, the idea of West Ham even putting a Tottenham tax on it. Like, was there an Arsenal tax when Rice got sold? I don't know, I'm just asking. But the fact that there's explicitly a Tottenham tax, you man are just on dick, bro. You're looking like an ex-girlfriend, fam, a salty ex that we done moved on up, fam. I'm sorry, but there was a better looking gal who was willing to cook my meals and let me earn the bread, and she can just chill and she's gonna be faithful. It's not my fault that you guys were the ones trashing the house trying to be toxic for the sexy appeal, and I'm just not into that. I'm sorry, I just like a nice gal. You man are not nice out there, fam. I'm sorry, bro. With your crooked teeth, you're not there. But yeah, West Ham fans, they want war, fam. Their man want to unite. They don't want this Kudus deal to happen from what it looks like. It's tough. I'm sorry, it's tough, man. For our final story, and probably the most important story of the day, this is why I left it to the end, because the real ones who will actually watch this video in its entirety, or unless you just skip to this chapter. But even so, if you skip to this chapter, I appreciate you nonetheless. This is the most important story, and it involves Jords and MIKEZ, okay? So if you guys don't know, Jords and E had a little show, it was a few days ago, almost a week ago at this point, debating the Kudus transfer and E's reservations on the Kudus transfer. And in this stream, Jords called out MIKEZ. MIKEZ went and then made a video responding to that stream and to Jords calling him out. However, MIKEZ let it slip that E's the one who brought it to his attention that he got called out.
But the reason why I'm making this video is because I got called out. So as a content creator myself, I must use my content brain. I say I must use my content brain. This whole thing was Elijah's idea, funny enough.
Now, obviously, this is... Let's just say if E didn't know MIKEZ, it would look like a bitch move. No cap, it would. But at the same time, MIKEZ is the homie, he's the bro, so we let it go. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in the booth soon. Because it looks like E's been doing some instigation things, I can't confirm. I'm gonna have to let E talk about that at some point. Jords and E have now clashed heads on some content shit, and it led to this video dropping of E basically clipping up from the stream, him roasting Jords. Now, what will happen in the future? I don't know, whether there'll be a live stream, whether there'll be videos dropped, whether there could be some rap beef going on. I personally don't know, but something is going to go down, fam. We don't know what it will be. I don't know yet. That's a lie. E told me what's gonna happen. But that is it for this episode of SNN, fam. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's great to be back. Yes, the news was kind of right now, you know what I'm saying? There's probably been some more recent, funnier stuff going on, but we are getting back into this. And I thought this would pretty much be the setup video for when shit really hits the fan, because there will be shit hitting the fan. And plus, everyone is on this kind of buddy cheerful shit because the season is not underway, fam. I think when the season starts, there might be a bit more tension going on, fam. But that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week for another episode of SNN.
I'm not a savior nor a saint. Told 30s and sticks with an open case. I try to behave when I know I can't. So purpose of this is to motivate. What's the ticket? Shit we can negotiate. Take a toke of the law while I pour the drink.